Right, hi everyone. I've got a lot to say today, and I'm going to try to get it all in a reasonably short space of time. First thing is, the reason this video is for now is that it's an opportunity to create. I'm giving you the opportunity to create your utopia, and that will apply to anyone at any time. It's not for any specific week or month or year or decade. It's just whenever you come across this video, and if you feel the need, the desire, or the inclination to contribute, please feel free to go ahead. So what's been happening recently is that I've noticed that there has been a slight lack of joy in some of the readings, the way that's my perception. Some of these Atlantean readings that I've been doing, and although I always love doing them, I've kind of come away from them feeling, well, I'm not sure that's the vibration that I really want to be radiating, because I started to feel a little bit like a school teacher issuing proclamations, and then I kind of, it struck me what was wrong with this whole scenario here, and it's this, that I honestly believe that utopia is something that needs to be a consensus creation. Otherwise it's not utopian, is it? It's just like the old-fashioned version of communism or something, where the ideals and the suggestions of one group of people are imposed upon another, or of capitalism or any other system that imposes the ideas of a small group or a person upon, you know, a larger group. And that's the old model. That's not what we want anymore, I'm assuming. So I want to really encourage everyone to be empowered in this choosing, and to offer suggestions about what your utopia might look, feel, and you know, be experienced as. So and I also would encourage you to make this fun as well. I mean, I'm going to take it for granted that there will be suggestions about how to organise the economy, and about, you know, redistribution of wealth and resources of the planet, clean water for everyone, and things like that. And love, a vibration of love, because really this utopia is not going to be created predominantly as a system with the old consciousness that we've had. It needs to be as a result of this spontaneous outburst and inpouring of love, universal love consciousness that some of us call the shift. So in a sense, some might say it's not worth planning. Really what we're doing is dreaming. I really feel quite strongly that it's worth dreaming about. It's worth having ideas about what we want to create. And I'm not saying that that's all we do, because there are practical things that need to be done. However, if we don't have a clear idea, a clear vision of what it is we'd like to create, then we may as well not do anything. And sometimes, another argument that sometimes comes along is people will say, well, utopia is a consciousness, it's a state of mind, it's something that's, you know, that's within you. Yes, the kingdom of heaven is within you. I completely agree with that. And I also feel that if you go through life without a dream of your own, you will end up walking through someone else's dream. So let's start to just kind of stop regurgitating cliches, really. I mean, they're not cliches, because of course they are beautiful and great truths, you know, from great scholars, great philosophers, great teachers of the past. However, this is not the time for us to be quoting and regurgitating the words of great teachers. This is a time for us to awaken to our own light, each individual one of us, to awaken to our own light, to the consciousness of love, and to come together with a consensus of how we want to live now. And I do feel, because sometimes people will say, well, okay, how can you have a utopia, because everyone has their own idea of utopia, and therefore it's almost as if there's something hanging in the air that they never quite state. They never quite say, therefore but I kind of want to finish it for them and say, therefore, let's not bother to even dream, because it's kind of what the implication is. So whether that's right or wrong, I just think it would be really fun for us to start dreaming and to have some ideas. So I'm going to start the ball rolling with one of the things that I would love, apart from, of course, the frequency of love, the vibration of love that will run through everything that we do, everything that we are, everything that we co-create. Let's have that as a given. I would like to see a library and a park on every street. A library and a park on every street. A big library full of wonderful books and ancient texts and information, and not just a place to read, because obviously if you have redistribution of wealth, everyone can buy as many books as they want to, but a place to share things, to share ideas, to discuss things, to meet, to talk, to care about learning, to care about informing young people, to share, to have a community, you know, almost like old youth clubs, but somewhere that people of all ages can go to revel in and to share knowledge and ideas, and to give their own ideas and opinions, and to progress as a society. The other thing is, yes, the parks, wonderful parks with trees, huge trees that are almost like, you know, forest-like parks with a waterfall and a playground for the children and all sorts of, you know, fun things. If you like, you can just add to my park idea and say what you'd like to see in the perfect park. But I think, especially for people who live in cities, a park on every street would be wonderful. And if you live in the countryside, then you don't necessarily need it. And of course, you know, perhaps we'll be working in smaller groups anyway, cities, and we'll just decide among us whether we think that's necessary. But that's my own personal little dream, if you like. A library and a park on every street, and free education for everyone from the moment that they breathe to doctorate level. Completely free education. And then once you get a doctorate, you can be a lecturer. So you can pay for your own other bits of fun education. But for every human being on the planet, education should be free from kindergarten to doctorate level, or professorship even. Okay, that's it. So that's my little input. I thought I'd start the ball rolling. Please feel free to add yours, and you can make them as silly as you like. You can make them constructive. You can make them fun. You can make them spiritual, political, physical, geographical, emotional, environmental, anything at all. Playful. Yeah, I'd just love to hear from you about your dream of utopia. Thanks for listening. Bye.